Welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Powercast, where our backlog is carrying us through the Switch 2 drought. Johnny, what's going on?
I love key cards. I love them.
Crawler, what's happening?
Hey, how's it going, Crawler? Coming at you. I just watched it because I've been up in the mountains all morning, and I just watched it like an hour before this, so fresh in my mind. But
wait, so you touched all the grass, and you got in a really great mood, and you were so positive going into it. You're very excited about every game they showed.
Square Enix is doing a good job, I think, but that's about it.
Okay, fair. Cheesy, what's happening?
What's going on, cheese curds? I still don't know what a key card is, so.
Excellent.
Johnny doesn't understand virtual key cards.
They're so stupid. I don't understand virtual key cards at all. Like, why?
That's what he was saying earlier.
Like, so, all right, tangent to start.
I'm gonna piggyback on this, by the way. So
I have multiple Switches, right? We know this. I at least have a Switch 2 and
bragging.
I have a Nintendo Switch OLED and a Switch 2. So that's
those aren't all in the trash right now.
That's my problem now. And I guess I don't know why they just won't let me re-download games onto my Nintendo Switch 2. Like, I tried to download Echoes of Wisdom again on Switch 2, but it said it had to talk to my Nintendo Switch OLED for it to be able to download this stupid virtual key card. And then they weren't talking to each other. So do I have to keep this OLED for the rest of my life until I die because I want to download a game?
I think you can go back into the old style of re-download. Like,
no, you can't.
eShop. You can't?
When you go to the eShop, it says go to virtual key cards.
Okay,
joke.
A couple things. Do you have the license thing turned on?
Yeah, it's on. So
okay, did you turn it? So you should try turning it off.
Turn it off.
Yes, because so I'm literally in the same boat, but not with my Switch, with Jasmine's. If I try, we're in the same family plan. If I try to share Donkey Kong with her, it wants me to put her Switch next to her Switch 2. So I'm like, well, this is weird. Let me see about her Mario Kart World. Not tied to her Switch, although we can play it no problem. But like the virtual key. So last night I was trying to mess with it, but I don't think I was close enough to the Wi-Fi or something, so I had to stop. But I'm trying to solve this same issue where it's like...
Right. So Cryptic, this was what I thought the problem was.
Yeah,
you have to make it your primary Switch. I don't know how to do that.
So you do that in the eShop. You go to your name, you got to deregister your OLED, and then the next Switch to sign into the eShop becomes your home Switch. That being said...
I have to go use my OLED Switch now.
Deregister...
Can you only do that a few times?
No, you can do it as many times as you want. But that didn't fix anything on our end. Her Switch 2 is registered as her main Switch. I went back to what she thought was her main Switch was her Animal Crossing Switch, not her Zelda Switch. Also didn't work. So, yeah. Like, and if I call, they're going to be like, we can't help you because it's not your Switch. I'll be like,
I kind of understand if it was two regular Switches, but
sure,
it's a Switch and a Switch 2. Like, they should be treated differently. Like, I should be able to have a primary Switch and a primary Switch 2.
Yes, I agree. So fun little tangent. If anybody knows how to take care of it, let me know. I want to get to some of these chats real quick. I see Joey Pitts says $1.99 popcorn with the super chat. Popcorn ready. Let the show begin. 8-Bit Gaming Legend said, let's go. Impel says, hey dudes. Sunshine says, hello. Cryptic is here. What's going on? You also can't have both games installed on the same system. So that's the reason that you switch the licensing thing. Then it just checks online real quick and then you can play. You don't have to move the cards between stuff. So I see Attack the Backlog is here. Nady Nay. Nady Nay says, love seeing the Ninja Gaiden as B-roll. Love it. Dude, it's so good. Like we'll talk about it. But so welcome on in, everybody. Thank you guys for being here live. And I do want to let everybody know that Elgato has just released a new capture card. It's the 4K-S. It's $20 less than the X. It's almost the same. Like it works great for the Switch 2. and you're seeing the footage you're seeing was captured with that card. You can save 5% by going to n64josh.com/Elgato and use code N64Josh. And they also released a brand new 4K webcam that I've got to reach out. They'll probably send me that as well, so I can give you guys a review on that. But it takes different lens filters, which is kind of cool. It's kind of similar to like what GoPro did in a way. So I'm seeing a lot of great reviews on that as well. So if you're in I can tell you it does not work on the Switch 2 as a camera. You can't use it on the Switch 2 as a camera. So it's probably too high resolution. So not quite sure, but I've even switched over the mic you guys are hearing. I switched over to my Elgato mic. I'm using that right now instead of my my Shure
It sounds
mic.
good too.
So I'm super happy with it. So my Shure mic I'll still use for singing and whatnot, but for content creation, I'm sticking with the Elgato here. So also a fraction of the price of the Shure. So Joey says I need a good camera for the campfire game. Of course. I love it. Well, before we jump into everything, which tonight's show is going to consist of some Donkey Kong chat, which will be spoiler free. We will not be spoiling anything. We're also going to be talking about the direct that happened today, and then just kind of what we've been playing. I know a couple of us have been diving into our backlogs a bit, and if you're watching, you're seeing footage of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which I picked up prior to the show and played through the first boss. So that's the B-roll you're currently seeing on screen right now. So before we get into it, though, Johnny, where can people connect with you?
I'm Johnny But everywhere: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and the community. Yeah. Oh my God, the Communication Error podcast. I can't speak. We haven't had.
You just had a
Yeah.
communication error while you
Yeah. Yeah. I had a brain error. Also, I think I figured this. I made it my primary system. So we're going to see if this works.
All right, let's go.
Also, I did an ad for Marvel Snap on my TikTok. If you guys could please like that, because I always feel awkward when the ads get no interaction.
When was the last time you played it?
I don't know.
According to the ad yesterday.
Yeah, according to the ad yesterday.
I totally forgot about that game.
There's a new game mode. Sorry,
Okay.
let's just plug the ad now. Fantastic Four are in it now.
There you go. There we go. Crawler, where can people connect with you?
Best spots are TikTok and Twitter and Blue Sky. Nightcrawler724, Nightcrawlers without the E.
And Cheesy.
You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky, CheezyC64, CheezyC64, and the Communication Error podcast.
And guys, I'm N64 Josh everywhere, including Farmers Only. No, I'm just kidding. But
No,
on the you can find me on the Nintendo Topic podcast, where I do plug my Farmers Only, and my my tag on there, according to that show, is Lon Rancher. So very Zelda coded. So well, let's jump into the first section of the show, which is like our game picks of the week. So this section of the show, we're going to be talking about what we've been playing, whether it's something new or digging into the backlog, and something we can recommend. Because as of today, with this current direct, if you've been gaming on anything other than the Nintendo Switch, you've probably played the majority of the games that were announced today. So this is where we can find some things to play. So Johnny, I'm going to let you kick it off because I know you've been in your backlog.
Yeah, so mine's like Zelda themed ish. I mean, I went back to Echoes of Wisdom, and I forgot how cumbersome that menu is.
Didn't
Like,
they update them?
Yeah, you can make favorites, but I don't know. I'm just gonna suffer the way the devs wanted it to be.
What made you go back to it?
Well, there's no games on Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm close to beating Echoes of Wisdom, so I wanted to play Echoes of Wisdom. I just beat the Goron area, so I think I think I did all the dungeons, and now I'm in the end game. So it is a very, very good game. I do enjoy it a lot. It is tricky to get back into, to remember that you don't really fight. Like, you have to summon
Mm-hmm.
Which that
things
was the
to fight
biggest
for
cop
you.
out, that they just put Link as a sword fighter
Yeah, I try not to
thing.
use it though. I try
Yeah.
not to use it because I
You
mean, I
almost
like
have
it.
to
I
at the
wish
end,
she
though.
had some, like, I wish her staff had some, like, attack, just like a, I don't know, like a magic beam or something.
Yeah.
Just so you could, because I don't like I summon and then I just like wander around so I don't get hit by the enemy.
Right.
And it's not necessarily fun. I mean, it's definitely a different concept, but
I'm curious to hear your thoughts at the end of it.
yeah, I should beat it. I'll probably beat it this week, honestly.
Well, we
Because
should do a spoiler cast with that game and Donkey Kong, even though it's
Am I the
not
only
like
one that
combined,
didn't
but
beat
like
Echoes of Wisdom? Am I the only one that hasn't beat
I
Echoes?
beat it.
Yeah, I beat it.
I beat it right away.
Oh, dang. Oh,
I'm
man.
a slacker.
If Josh beats it before me, that's a problem. And then the other, it's not a Zelda game, but it's pretty much a Zelda game. We just saw it in the Direct, so we'll probably talk a little bit more about it when we're going over the Direct. But it's The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales. What a name. But it is a HD 2D top-down Zelda-like, I would say, from Square Enix. And it definitely feels good. We'll probably talk about HD 2D and how some people might be fatigued on it, but I'm not really fatigued on the graphics. I'm more fatigued on the gameplay that we always get, which is turn-based or like strategy-based RPGs. This is a real-time action game it has full voice acting, so that's pretty cool.
Did you play the new Pac-Man game? I know that you said that you were like interested in playing
I did play a little bit of
Is that Shadow something?
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
I did play a little bit. It is a Metroidvania. I'm not that far into it at all.
Do you like it?
It's fine. Like, so,
All
all
right,
right, I don't know. All right, this might be a hot take. I don't know if it's a hot take. I wish we could skip the beginnings of games because they are always so boring. Like,
I don't know, man. Then you get content creators that are like, "What am I doing? Why is the game broken?"
For content. That's not real. They do it for
Oh.
content. That's not real. But yeah, I would love, like, even Donkey Kong, like, the beginning was super boring to me. I wish you could just skip the beginning. That's why
you
I
didn't go destroy everything in that room like we all did.
But there's no point to do it.
I got gold.
Because you
I
could.
was rich before I went away.
There was no point to do it. But yeah, the beginning's boring of every game except for Souls-like games. That's why I like them a lot. And roguelikes, like, they're never, you don't have to go through some stupid 2-hour long tutorial.
But for Shadow Labyrinth, you're not enjoying what you've played right off the bat.
It didn't hook me. It didn't hook me based on like the first hour that I played.
Yeah, I could tell just from the graphics that I was going to have a hard time
it feels
with
like
that
a
game.
Flash game, honestly.
That's
like
that
graphics.
Art style, and I'm worried about Shinobi a little bit because I'm playing this Ninja Gaiden and I'm loving this like pixel art.
It's really nice, yeah.
And then that art style that you described right there, where it's like it looks like a Flash game. Like, I'm not a fan. Like SteamWorld, the SteamWorld games have that same kind of art style. It doesn't pull me in. It doesn't pull me in at all. It's unfortunate, but it just feels like cheap animation is the best way I can describe it. Like, it doesn't feel like they're putting in the work to create the animations. They're just like putting
even watching
pieces on a swivel,
even watching like Ninja Gaiden, there's so much detail in the background. There's a lot going on, and Pac-Man is just like black background with some enemies, and it kind of looks like a Flash game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's just not a style I love. Anything else, Johnny, from that's been pulling you in lately? I mean, Donkey Kong, of course, right? You did finish that up.
I did finish Donkey Kong. I did pick up Ninja Gaiden, but right before we started, played the first like tutorial level of that. That was fun because it doesn't like bog you down with a bunch of menus that I have to read. It's just like jump, punch, or jump, strike, don't get hit.
Which
Well-
Josh is getting hit a lot.
So we just did the first game as the game of the week a couple weeks ago, and you literally start this game by playing what the opening cinematic is for the first game from the 80s, which was so like, had I not gone back and played that recently and caught that detail, I would it wouldn't have been quite as cool. But having recently played it and then getting to essentially experience what that cutscene was, I was like, well done for like putting that, like basically putting that into because this game's taking place alongside the first game. Like literally Ryu Hayabusa is off in America trying to deliver the dragon sword while you're doing this stuff back at the village or whatever. So yeah, I'm really liking it. But Crawler, how about you? Besides Stitch?
The biggest thing is, I put in a lot of time in Donkey Kong. It's done. I'm into the post game. I've kind of stalled out a little bit. I focused kind of last week or this past week working on the Mario Kart Lego set. So that's kind of how I was spending my evenings. But watching you play this game, I'm thinking that it's worth the $22 that it costs right now.
Well, and according to Cryptic, it is running better on other systems. Like it's running 60 and not 30. Apparently, it's 30 on even on Switch 2. I guess. Maybe somebody in chat can confirm that, but I was having a good time with it regardless. And
it looks pretty smooth. Like it doesn't look.
Yeah, I wasn't. There was nothing jarring about it, and it didn't seem to dip or anything like that. So. Yeah.
And then I mean there's a new Tetris Maximus Cup this weekend, so I'll play that.
For Donkey Kong,
the 5 people that still play that.
And
then,
it's
no longer Tetris 99, it's like Tetris 63.
I updated it. I haven't played it yet. Has anybody played Mario Paint?
I did. No. For just a second I did, yeah.
Did you get the mouse control? You have to play it with mouse controls?
Yes. Yeah.
So it doesn't work on Switch 1?
Yeah, you can plug a USB mouse into Switch 1.
I did see. I saw that from Wario 64. It was like, get this Amazon Basics mouse that'll plug into your Switch.
So what's the point of a Switch 2 then?
You don't have to go buy a peripheral. It's there baked in.
It does. The mouse controls feel awful on the Switch 2. They need to get some sort of accessory that makes it feel like a mouse. Because I was playing. I got Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 version, which
I'm sorry,
don't recommend. And I was doing the mouse mini games, and it just doesn't feel right.
Did you use an end table, Johnny?
I used a desk. Like my computer desk.
It'll be interesting this month when we give Dragon Drive a go, and see.
Okay, I want to talk about that because I think that game looks like a lot of fun. I think there's actually a lot more to it than what we were expecting. Not a lot. Like it's not going to be like game of the year, but I think there is more charm into it than what I thought.
Nintendo shill.
Like the strategic moves that you can use and like customizing. I think it all looks great. I just cannot get myself to think of just using the mouse controls. And I get like that's the whole point of it, is like you're supposed to be like rolling in a wheelchair, but I like over and over, it just doesn't sound fun to me.
I'm in the
Like,
same
if
boat.
I could play it on a pro controller, I think I would enjoy
Yeah.
it. It's like Rocket
I'm,
League.
I'm seeing
Right.
if it has
It
I don't
it
think it
does.
does.
I don't think it has any other controller support other than the 2 Joy-Con.
You
on
will
their
play
side.
our game how we want you to play it, and you will like it, just like
Yeah.
Mario Party or Mario Kart.
you cannot play in handheld mode.
Right.
That makes sense.
Cheesy, what any games you've been playing, even if it's Splatoon?
Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong took up a lot of time. According to Crawler, it was 55 hours. I really love that game. I think it's a lot of fun. The game that I'm looking at next is Split Fiction. I don't know if any of you have played it
Oh, nice.
or if you heard anything, but Hannah and I had a great time playing It Takes Two, so I think we'll have fun playing that.
I've not heard
no-
anything bad, only positives about that one. So.
Yeah, I don't know if like people
They're
have
making a
said,
movie out of it, aren't they?
oh yeah, I think so. That's
That's
crazy. That just came out.
Yeah.
But then on an unrelated note, because I've been trying to, like, when I get home from work, it's like I only have like 2 hours before I go back to sleep and then do it all over again. I decided to watch Jaws for the first time because
Nice.
I'd never seen Jaws.
I
know it's
watched it
We're
this
actually-
weekend too.
I'm gonna need a bigger boat.
We're
Yeah.
going to see it in theaters at the end of
Oh,
August.
really? Dude,
Yeah.
Jaws
What
is a
anniversary is that?
great
50th.
movie.
50th.
Yeah, and then we watched the documentary last night. So that's kind
Oh,
of how
cool.
I've been spending my time. But Hannah's a huge fan of sharks, and it was Shark Week just last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, last week. You gonna buy a popcorn bucket, Johnny?
No, I gotta stop buying stuff. All right, I gotta stop buying.
Did you buy
stuff.
Galactus?
I did not buy Galactus. I did not buy Galactus. And I think the only reason I didn't buy Galactus is because it was sold out by the time I got there.
So you would have bought Galactus.
Probably. But
Did they have Robbie or whatever? What's the robot's name?
Herbie? No, that my my theater didn't have that. They had Mr. Fantastic, where he's just wrapping his appendage around.
That sounds worse than what it actually is.
I know. Well, people were saying that it looks like
It does. It does.
Okay, I haven't seen that bucket.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a bucket with Mr. Fantastic on the side.
But if
With
you
his
angle
arm
it in
stretched
a certain
around it.
way,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's yeah, interesting. We literally had Jaws on. I think we got all the way to the 3rd one, and I mean they get worse. So because the 3rd one's in 3D, but you're trying to watch it on a 2D screen, and it just looks But it's like Dennis Quaid when he's really young, and we were just building. She was building
They made the Back to the Future thing come true.
What's the
Jaws 3D or whatever.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So the 2nd one's super corny as well, but it's just more of the same. But yeah, she was building her Zelda Lego, and I was doing the piranha plant, and I'm still debating on opening the spiny shell or not. I'm really torn on that one.
Yeah, I
so,
haven't opened the spiny shell.
I
I want some
have
parts.
I
I
have
just want to
2
get the
of them.
parts on. You can't get the white perimeter of the
So
shell.
you gotta get your wives and partners in on this because you could get 2 of everything.
But for that one, I guess yeah.
I tried to
She
order
has her
some
own-
one. They're
we each
sold.
have our
They're
own
sold
account.
out now. So
Yeah.
We each have our own account. So
oh yeah, same here. But we couldn't access points for some reason. She couldn't sign in to try to get to see how many points she had. Plus, you have to buy Did you have to buy 2 Mario Karts to do it?
well, no, you just had
was
to have a
just-
certain amount of points.
Yeah, that was
and
just
we each
on.
had the same. We each had enough points.
Oh, I see. I thought it was unlocked after you purchased the
No,
Mario
no,
Kart.
no.
Then
No,
if
it
you had the
wasn't a-
points, you could get it. So
It wasn't a GWP.
It wasn't a signed GWP. It was just a VIP rewards that you had to redeem a certain 2,500 points for.
Since we're talking about
gotcha.
Lego, real quick,
Yeah.
the Game Boy looks sick,
It does. It really does.
and I think it's a reasonable. I mean, it's only 400 pieces, but like I think it's not $300.
Are we
Which-
surprised Tetris isn't included?
I don't
It's-
know. Because it's Nintendo, like, so having what Link's Awakening and
Yeah, I mean that
Super
makes
Mario
sense.
Land.
But like,
Super Mario Land. I wish it was.
but
It's not 6 golden coins,
Tetris
right?
launched with the Game Boy.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Maybe.
But
I just love the
new
commercial.
the new holographic pieces or screens or whatever that you put in there look cool.
It's only $60. Like,
Yeah.
man, I'm so pumped for that.
Likewise. Yeah. I hope it has does it have a display, like a way to
It probably
display
has
it, like a
It
stand
probably
of
has a
some kind?
stand, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So yeah. And who knows, maybe they'll maybe Tetris is a gift, like the blue shell,
Yeah.
you know? Like
You have to pay $25 to get.
yeah,
But
just
hey,
to
if
get-
they give you some
screen.
Tetraminos with that and the Tetra, like that would be a cool gift of purchase. I would get that.
I have all the I have the NES Lego, which is really cool.
Mhm.
You know, it's just the NES with the.
Josh has it. He hasn't built it.
yeah. I got Bowser 2 to build.
I have the Atari.
Bowser's
as
a fun
well.
build. Bowser's a really fun build.
Welcome to the Lego show, you guys.
Yeah.
It's Nintendo. It's Nintendo.
I know. I'm just playing. Cheesy, you were done, right? With the
Yeah.
okay.
All-
So as you guys are seeing, Ninja Gaiden, I'm through the first level. I played 20 minutes tonight. Already super stoked about the purchase. Like really, really enjoying this one. I do recommend going and playing a little bit of the first before you jump in, just to like get a little bit refamiliarized with that game. What I learned about that game going through it with Game of the Week is how it basically was one of the first games to like be a cinematic experience on the 8-bit NES. Like literally have cinematic cutscenes. There's like helicopters. It's honestly very impressive. And it is not a port of the arcade game, which you can also get the arcade game through Arcade Archives on the eShop, which is a Double Dragon style beat 'em up that I loved in the arcade. Like I kind of had forgot. It was one of those things I saw the gameplay and I was like, oh yeah, this was totally different, and but also really good. And so it just kind of
But Arcade Archives, can you play online with somebody with Arcade Archives?
no, unfortunately
local.
not. Yeah, because that is a 2-player game for sure. So I'm hoping this generation Nintendo does like what the PS5 and what Steam does, where it's like you can just basically do couch, like you can do online, and it's just like what NSO essentially does. Like that would be great. So hopefully we see more like that. But
That would make too much sense, Josh.
I know. But if you're looking for something right now and you like, the 80s pixel art, everything, like this game is scratching all those itches. Like I'm really, really loving it. The only thing I'm a little bit bummed out is you're not playing is Ryu. Like I'm a huge fan of Ryu Hayabusa, especially this look that he's basically had this look since the Xbox game and the Dead or Alive games. And so I was hoping we got to play as him. Maybe later on in the game you'll get to. I'm hoping that is the case.
Is this on Game Pass?
That I don't know. I'm not
We
sure.
don't talk about that here.
Well, we'll talk plenty about Game Pass probably in the direct.
In the
What direct did you watch?
Half those games you can play on.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought you meant
and
like
then
Xbox bringing their games.
No.
so I've been digging into my backlog as well, and to get ready for Metroid Prime 4, I started playing through more of Prime Remastered, and it like I really do enjoy those games, and I'm really hopeful I just want 4 to do well. Like every time I go back and see more gameplay, I love the look. The only thing, my only complaint, and I went and played a little bit of Dread because I just wanted to see what it was looking like on Switch 2. And I think the only thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the lack of kinetic weapons. Like it seems like with everything being like essentially a plasma based weapon, it doesn't there's the audio doesn't make it feel like you're shooting anything. It's like there's just not a lot of it's like when the missiles hit, there's a little bit more oomph to that, if that makes any sense. And so that's the only thing that I'm like, I wish there was, I wish the web, because it works really well in the 2D, but in the 3D, it just, it kind of takes away from like that, I don't know, go play like Halo, Call of Duty, any of that stuff. Like that's part of the fun is using the weapons. And I feel like Samus's weapons aren't quite as fun to use. So I'm hoping that won't be a hindrance for people, because outside of that, it's still super, super fun to explore. And the world is just beautiful, you know, and the fact that GameCube games hold up as well as they do, I'm still like, you're going to hear me say this until it doesn't happen, but I really, really want the remakes of 2 and 3. Like I want to be able to play those other two games without having to jump through the hoops that would, involve like playing it on the Wii and using motion controls that I don't really enjoy, all that kind of stuff. Like,
well, you know what I'm worried is happening, because we have no idea when that game's coming out. Metroid Prime 4. We're going to get a Metroid Prime 4 has been delayed to 2026, but here's Metroid Prime 2 and 3.
I would be ecstatic.
I would not.
I would be ecstatic only because I basically soft locked myself on 2 at a save point with like virtually no health in a boss fight, and tried and eventually just got frustrated and then walked away from it. And then I've never played, I don't think I've played any of 3. And so they'd be fresh experiences for me. So that's the only reason I'd be okay with it. And again, I don't even care if they come later. That's fine. I just hope we get the opportunity to play those again, and they make it to the Switch. I'm also a huge fan of just seeing games get their full collections on a system, right? So you can go back and experience any aspect of it. That's just something that's important to me. So outside of that, I've been playing Mario Kart like crazy. Like the update made the game easier.
Dead game.
Yeah, right. I really encourage the 3 of you to try some of these pipe trials with me. This next month is we're going to be doing DK Pass, and just for the sake of getting some, just some friendly competition going, like and it could be one of those things that I'm kind of a weirdo. I don't mind like literally spending 2 hours hitting start and restart to just get the perfect runs. But like I shave like 2/100ths of a second off of my run, and I'm like, my heart's pumping and I'm like just having the best time ever. I will say I've been trying to jump into everything competitive Nintendo wise. So Mario Kart, Splatoon, and Smash. I'm still playing. I'm playing all 3 of those. I want to, since my thought is that Splatoon 4 may be a little ways out with Raiders coming and with getting kind of a Switch 2 upgrade. I want to try to get some perfect gear on there like I did in 2. That was kind of like the carrot on the stick for me with the second game. So now I'm doing that with the 3rd game as well. And I will say, when you get paired with a good team, that game is so fun. When you get paired against a good team, it's a little rough, but with the right team, it can be a ton of fun. And then lastly, Donkey Kong, I'm just loving, and that's what we're gonna talk about now. So let's jump into topic number 2, which is Donkey Kong. This will be spoiler free, so you guys do not have to worry. We will not say anything, any spoilers whatsoever. We are going to do a spoiler cast for that, so you guys will have.
Alina's in the game. That it's on the box art.
Here we go. Yeah. So, Johnny, I kind of want to kick it to you first with you've been very vocal about wanting a 3D Mario, and we know this was the Odyssey team. How are you? How you doing?
I've been voicing my opinion recently about We need another 3D Mario again. And I'm not alone. All right. Arlo made an entire video about how there should be a 3D Mario. But Donkey Kong is a fantastic game. It's great. I think it's probably like a 9.5 for me. The ending, the end is phenomenal. Like that was so cool. I'm glad that that happened. I won't spoil anything for people that haven't played it, but like it is worth getting to the end of the game because it is just phenomenal. I had a blast the whole time through, and I wasn't like trying to 100% each layer, but I did collect a lot of the bananas as I was going through. I collected a lot of the fossils as I was going through. Right now, like my file says I have like 650 bananas, but like it says I have 550 in my collection, which I don't understand the difference. I'm assuming it's counting the multiple bananas as one banana in your collection. So like if you get a 5 banana, it counts as one in your collection.
I wonder
see.
if it's counting like the maps. You know how you can find a banana. So like maybe you have come across so many
maybe.
bananas, but like you've only collected so many.
Yeah, it's possible, but I don't know. Like I did not buy 100 bananas. I probably bought like I bought one on each layer because that's like part of the collection is if you want to do 100%, you have to buy a banana on each layer. So I did that once on each layer, but other than that, I didn't do that. And if you're asking like if this is holding me over for another 3D Mario is, I mean it's great, but it's not Mario. Like it doesn't have the platforming prowess that a Mario game has. Like it has some platforming, but it's not like that difficult. Like there's not really any difficult platforming sections.
You can
Some of
climb
the
walls.
Yeah, you can climb everything. There are definitely like some challenge rooms that are a little bit difficult, but even those, they're not really platforming levels. They're more like puzzle levels, or like destruction levels. So I need that platforming, and I'm worried that I think I forget who said something, but I'm worried that if this team is doing both Donkey Kong and Mario, we're going to have to wait another 10 years for a Donkey Kong game and then probably still another couple years for a Mario game.
I don't think this game took them 8 years. Do you?
No, neither do I. But if you have one team working on two different IP, you're going to have to wait like for those IP. And that's just, I don't know. I understand that it takes time to develop games, but 8 years in between major 3D Mario releases is still ridiculous to me.
Joey says with his super chat, Donkey Kong greater than Mario. So
he's biased, so he's
right. He said, "Eat that, Johnny Bo." No, well, I will.
This game is better than Mario Odyssey because there's no Broodals.
I mean, that's a thing.
I feel like the Kongs are just as
they're
plain
better.
And
what
you had to face Grumpy Kong like 10 times.
No,
yeah,
they have way more of a
So,
personality
it's not-
and more of a story than what the Broodals had.
Nah, there's no story in this game.
So
they want to make a wish. Did you play the game?
Yeah,
They gotta
Donkey
make a
Kong
wish.
wants bananas. Like Donkey Kong wants bananas. That's literally his motivation. That's not even a joke. It's his motivation is he wants bananas. Like
He
that
also
is
wants
not
to
a
help
story.
Pauline.
No, his point is bananas.
Yeah, but by the end, he wants to help Pauline more than he wants bananas.
I don't know. He always says bananas.
That's because it's you selecting that button. There's an option that says, "What do you want? The surface or bananas?"
So
when you talk to all the elders, they ask you what you want, and you can be like, "I want the surface," or "I want bananas."
Well, I don't. They ask you that. I just like click through it. It's like, who cares about the story of this game? It's
so. I think I think what's happening is these long spans of time. We are consuming games that aren't Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom so quickly that it could be 3 years between, and it's going to be too long. Think about what happened with Mario Wonder. Like, we were so stoked for a fresh 2D Mario that we flew through that game. I feel like I flew through this game.
I understand,
Mario Odyssey,
but the game is like Wonder, for example, is like 6 hours long if you do the main story. Donkey Kong is what? It's like 20 hours to do the main story, and then it's not that people have been 100% in it not much longer than that. Like, these aren't long games. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, I think, are actually better because there's more content. Like the main story in Tears of the Kingdom is like 80 hours or at least 50 hours. And then
this is literally that's my point, is that these games are so good, they're so much fun, and we want to see what can come next, that we're gonna fly through it no matter what, because they aren't, like a Mario game is not going to be a Tears of the Kingdom, right? It's not going to be a Breath of the Wild 2D or 3D. It's not. I mean, how many of us said Wonder was too short, and it's the same length as a regular Mario game, maybe even more levels. But we are so, Nintendo fans are so hungry for first party Nintendo stuff that we fly through it. We consume it. We consume it so fast. I mean, you were going so fast you didn't even know what the dialogue boxes were.
I mean, I don't know any of the dialogue, and I don't think that's spoilers. Those elders are in the trailer. All right.
I think you can argue, though. We've talked about it before, but like, that's just content. Like, I think people used to enjoy playing games for the sake of the game, but now people breeze through the games because they don't want to get spoiled, or they want to be the first ones to talk about the game.
That there's that factor too. That there's definitely that that is a factor. Like, I'm frustrated that I can't figure out her Switch situation because I want her to play this before she has something spoiled. Yeah. Right. And I've seen other people online see spoilers and they're very frustrated by it. Like, they're super frustrated, and I don't blame them. Like, this is a very special game that I would recommend going and playing through as quickly, or getting a hold of a Switch 2 and playing this game as quickly as possible, because it's fantastic. Like, it had some slow moments, but for the most part, I'm like, this is fantastic Nintendo in my eyes.
I don't think so. Like, the way that sounds to me is like, oh, we should, play the game for an hour a day and just stop at an hour a day, even if you're having a lot of fun. Like, I didn't rush through it to make content on it. I played through it quickly because I was having a really good time.
And that's I mean, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm saying, is that like I didn't rush through Wonder because I wanted to get to the end. I felt like a kid again. I felt like, and that's how Donkey Kong was. And it's like, I'm like, what's the solution here? Right? Like, would it be better if 3D Mario became games as a service? Would it be better if this Donkey Kong game was more difficult? Right? Like, which I like initially was like, oh, it's way too easy. And then it did ramp up and I was like, oh, this is actually like, I was a little worried for like younger kids playing it. I'm like, this could be a bit tricky. I'm sure assist mode helps, significantly, I can only assume, but like, I felt like the difficulty pacing was actually pretty decent, and especially the route they went with certain things. I was like, okay, it all kind of makes sense in the end. But I think Nintendo, and it kind of touches on with this direct today too. If you, I said it earlier, but if you have been anything more than a Switch 1 owner, like if you've played Xbox, PC, or PlayStation 5, you've already played the majority of what is coming out, more than likely, right? So it makes everything feel a lot more lackluster. And then when we have to wait even longer, which I think is our future for a little while anyway, because Nintendo wants to sell third party, but they're only going to sell third party to either A, people like us who are talking about it for content purposes, or B, if it's like, and maybe somebody wants to double dip or whatever, or have the handheld option, or C, they literally are only Nintendo gamers, and now they have access to third-party games that like they did not have access to before.
Or Nintendo pulls a Sony or Microsoft and kind of like what we're getting with Dustbloods, and gets a company that is willing to make a third-party exclusive. That would sell third-party games. I mean,
oh, for sure. I mean,
Dustblood's definitely going to sell. It's going to sell.
But like,
systems.
I mean, Johnny and you are both going to buy Madden. I won't on Switch. Just I don't need it on Switch. Like,
handheld,
if I'm going to get it eventually comes to. Madden has been the same year in, year out, and I get frustrated by switching players and having the hit stick miss when I want to blow somebody up.
Yeah, but when you're watching football, you want to be like playing football.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus, we have the NPC Madden League that's going to happen, so you have to be. You have to be.
I gotta pay. I gotta buy my digital cards too. I have an idea for how Nintendo can lengthen the time of these games. Well, not lengthen the games themselves, but just like keep them in the zeitgeist for longer. Give them multiplayer. Have like
bring back the DK64 coconut gun
like
multiplayer.
Have like when back in the day, games used to have a single player campaign. Not Nintendo, but people they have a single player campaign. They had a multiplayer suite. They had some other mode. Like maybe just have another mode. Like for Donkey Kong, just like a destruction mode where you're just destroying a ton of things.
They have
and if you did multiplayer, who can take out each other's base? It's like the opposite of turf war, right? You're just trying to smash through everybody. Like and if you do 4 players, now you're looking at like, well, who's going, like it adds a whole nother element of that.
Even to beat up on each other.
They have another mode, Johnny.
Donkey Kong.
It's the TTP mode.
So, I forgot about the TTP mode. We didn't do our thing.
We didn't do ours.
We got to do it. Yeah. We'll do it next week. Our best Donkey Kong and our best Mario.
or like Cryptic saying like achievements, like have more. Well, they do kind of have.
They do with the destruction of different.
Yes.
Types of stuff.
Let me touch on this though, because I was thinking this while I was playing it. I lost interest in almost everything that wasn't a requirement. And just like you needed X amount of moons in Odyssey, I wish they had locked things behind just a little bit more to where it was like
you don't need any bananas.
Yeah,
because then you miss out. You miss out on the person that just did a no banana run.
It's not spoilers, but there is a post game, and it is, in my opinion, I do like that version of the post game because it's exactly what you're talking about, Josh. Like that is the reason why you go get bananas, because you have to have a certain amount of bananas before you can do the next thing in the post game. And like, yeah, the bananas are great for the skill tree, but I mean, we've seen people beat this game with no bananas.
Right. Yeah. The skill tree is like one of those things that's like baby's first skill tree is kind of what it seems like a little bit. Like
I feel like
it even tells you what it thinks you should do next.
Yeah.
and you can reset it, I believe.
Johnny
right?
probably doesn't know
So-
that because he doesn't read.
No, I know that. It had the little star on it, right? I could
Yeah.
tell that from the little star, not from any dialogue or menu box. I could.
Yeah, and
They
I will
gotta
say
stop
you
treating
can
me like I'm an idiot, okay?
you can make this game more difficult by not upgrading certain things, right? Like your hearts and that kind of stuff, like the apple juice and whatnot. So you can add difficulty that way, which is great. But I wish not only that there would have been like find X amount of bananas before you leave, before you can unlock this area, but I wish that the, you know, like kind of like they're talking about like the achievements, which is essentially like destroy so much of this type of material and then you unlock another banana. I wish those indicators would maybe show up as you're destroying that, and then it could go back down versus having to go and talk to somebody and come back, because it made it feel more tacked on.
In just your B-roll, it showed something. It said 5,000 meters destroyed.
Yeah, but it. I think you're
Does it
talking
go
about
away?
the one character that you talk to and is like, oh, you destroyed so many meters of stone. Here's a banana, but you don't have
Yeah.
any indication of what you need to do, because one was random. And I didn't destroy any of it because I didn't know you could.
No.
Well, and it's a tricky thing because they also want you to have freedom, right? So I totally get that as well, but I just felt like there's no reason for me to destroy all, like this is the same, I'm doing the same thing over and over again, and I don't need to. I can just go through, find
That's what
the
I was trying to
objectives.
say the other week. I'm like, there's no point of destroying all this first area. You don't even get bananas in the first area.
Right.
Oh, there is
Yeah.
a new game plus, by the way.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know what it did. I accidentally triggered it, but you could go back.
I don't know
I
what
don't
it
know
did
what
because
it
I didn't
does.
read it, but I know.
Well,
it can
that's
happen.
how I accidentally triggered it, because I was just talking to something. And it's like, okay.
You guys
And
treating me like I'm an idiot.
But this game's fantastic. I just want more of it.
That's what
And
that's what I'm saying.
In 6 months, we're probably going to get Funky's Balloon World or Funky's Banana World. I don't know. And then that's it. And then we'll have to wait 10 years to get another 3D Donkey Kong game. That, like,
Johnny, let me ask you a question. Are you going to be pleased with the next Mario game?
yes, I love Odyssey.
No, I know, but like, I have a feeling that you're gonna beat it so quickly, and then you're gonna be like, we have to wait so long for another 3D Mario game.
Yeah, because I will love it, and it's not like I'm gonna rush to beat it just to rush to beat it. Like, I'm gonna
Ooh.
play it all the way through, just like I did Donkey Kong. That doesn't change the fact that it sucks that we have to wait this long for even content for these games. Like, we got Luigi's Balloon World, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
They were shocked when you mentioned when they were asked about DLC for Odyssey. They were like, "Oh, we hadn't even thought about it." It's like, what? Hello?
I think if they were to do some DLC, I think we can talk about this in the spoiler cast version. But I think there is something that they could do that would be fun with multiplayer.
Another thing, I don't know if this is, it might be spoilers. I might not want to say it. But there's just stuff in the game that I want more of. They always do this in their games. They introduce, like, take Wonder, for example. You have your badges, right? You get your spring badges, invisible badges, but then you use them for like one level.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you never see it again. Like, give me more of that. Same with like the challenge rooms and the like flashback rooms. Like, give me more of those.
Yeah. Why didn't we get invisibility in this game? It's there.
Oh,
DK needs badges confirmed.
Yeah.
yeah. And the badges could have been a really cool thing for Wonder to use. Like, give us a new game plus where we could have the badges for the entire game. Like, that would be fun. Or, in Super Mario 3D World, where you have to beat each level with each character to get the stamps and like unlock things. Why not do that with badges, where if you beat the game with a certain badge, you get a little stamp or a little sticker? I don't know. Like they make phenomenal games. I just want more of it.
Yep. Yeah. And I have a feeling you're going to see, and I mentioned this on the my direct reaction this morning. They're pushing third party. Third party is going to be a big thing with Switch 2. And I think when you come off of year 1 and 2 of Switch 1 and you kind of have an expectation of what you're hoping to see from Nintendo, it's not going to happen. They've talked about how game dev cycles are taking way longer, and they're working towards changing that. The conversation I see online, like I've seen a lot, is that like AAA is kind of dead. Everybody's like leaning towards indies and hope, and so I don't see. I mean, look at all the stuff that's been canceled recently. Look at all the layoffs. Look at like,
yeah, it's not sustainable because they try to make it look too pretty. It doesn't need to be prettier than what it was like 5-6 years ago. Like, leave it at that level and just crank out some good games and have it be faster.
I think that sucks about the third party thing. We'll probably talk about it. Like you said, Josh, they are games that a lot of people have already experienced. They're old games.
Yeah.
Like we didn't see Final Fantasy VII today.
Nope.
But when that comes to the Switch 2, like it's gonna be 6 years old, 7 years old.
Yeah.
Like
is it promised that we're getting both remake and rebirth?
We're getting remake. I don't know if we're getting rebirth. We're definitely getting remake. But that remake came out on the PlayStation 4, like before the PlayStation 5 came out.
Yeah.
So I want exclusive third-party games.
Yeah.
Like Dustbloods. And I want day and date third-party games.
Well, and Battlefield,
yeah, that's
not coming to Switch 2.
Which Madden is going to be day and date, right?
Madden is day and date. Borderlands is like a month apart.
Day and, is it a month apart? I thought
it's a month after. Yeah, it's a month after.
That Chronos game is day and date. That game looks sick. I don't know. That was probably my favorite game of the Direct.
Yeah, I'm just curious where it's getting priced. So I want to make sure, Cheesy, give us some thoughts on DK, because I don't know that we heard much from you before we jump into the Direct.
No, I mean, it's a great game. I do feel kind of the same as like you're just doing the same thing over and over, but for something like Odyssey, something like Bonanza, I kind of like it. Like, yes, it is very repetitive, but it's like just munching on candy, like you just are eating more of it, and it's just this sugary rush.
You're the second person I've heard say that. The first person said that Donkey Kong Bonanza is cotton candy, and it has zero substance whatsoever, but you love every minute of it.
Wasn't Cranky Kong's rant the same every time on each layer? I was very upset by that.
See when you mash through the buttons, you don't know what he's saying.
Like
I didn't want to listen to his rant.
That's
every time.
Joke of it is like he doesn't know he's saying the same thing that he said before, but also I feel like there's some charm that's lost. Like he could have said some new things, and that would have made it more exciting to find him. Because then you just pull a Johnny and then you just mash through it. But
yeah, I get a banana from him though. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really love it. I think it's a very creative game. I think it's great for Donkey Kong. I know people have been talking about like what would be the next game that gets the Donkey Kong kind of treatment, that you like revitalize the IP. People have said Star Fox. I've seen one person say Ice Climbers and do like a It Takes Two kind of version, and I think that would be a lot of fun. But yeah,
Icarus.
Oh man,
I think Star Fox would work so well if they just did a No Man's Sky style open universe game where you could get out of your R-Wing.
So like a No Man's Sky kind of thing.
Yeah, so like No Man's Sky, you go to different planets, and
then they can bring back F-Zero with that too, because then you can go fly and race.
Yeah.
They live in the same universe.
Well, maybe that's what this playtest is all about. It's a
No.
it's a
Oh, yeah.
star.
God,
you can't
think-
talk about that.
This
Ugh.
game,
I'm not in it, so I can
you should have been.
speculate
I don't know
whatever I
why
want.
it didn't put you in, but
Strange.
this game is just one of those games that it's really hard to put down.
Yeah.
Because even though you just found a banana, like you're searching for the next one, or you're crashing through, and it's like kind of therapeutic in a way. You know, like if you're having a rough day or something, you just are smashing through whatever you want.
Yeah.
And it feels good. But yeah, I mean, like the ending of it is phenomenal.
Mhm.
In so many ways. Like I can't wait until we can talk about it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a really great game.
Goto 10 says I'll quit after one more banana.
I mean, that is so real.
So there's a great question here from Put One. It says, is the video game industry becoming like the film industry where remakes and reinterpretations are made rather than original IPs for the sake of it being safe? And Sony being in the film industry, I think, is showing us that very thing to a certain extent. You know,
Happy
and I think
Gilmore 2 just came out.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I like it.
It was
is
fun.
Yeah.
but Microsoft's next big release is Gears remake, right? Coming to PlayStation.
Oh yeah. Do you see Microsoft is the #1 publisher on PlayStation?
It's
you
6
put-
out
you
of the
posted that
top
the other
10.
day.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's why Sony is going to bring their games to other platforms.
Oh yeah. Well, and you know, according to Twitter, Xbox has never made a good game if you were a Sony fan. So I'm not sure what's happening there. I'm so confused.
Yeah, well,
so
Forza Horizon
confused.
sold like 3 million copies.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I doubt it
everybody's paying
sold 3
attention to
million.
that.
I doubt it sold 3 million copies on Xbox. Like sold. I know people played it like through Game Pass, but
I bought it
sold.
early because they offered a like.
I bought
the
it. We all
early
bought
access.
it early, I think.
Oh, Madden has early access on Nintendo Switch too. Just so you know, they did update that. I don't think it was initially supposed to, but it comes out a week early.
Yeah,
for the collector's edition.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we moving on to the direct?
Direct time. Yeah, let's do it. It is direct time. All right. So the direct came out. Nate the Hate was right again. The literally down to the last possible second, and we got a partner showcase. Which the only thing that we saw that was semi first party was the Age of Imprisonment, which
was a waste of our time.
Oh. Get your salt ready, guys. Get your
it was a waste of our time, Crawler.
Oh, look at this game we've already announced. We'll tell you more about it here in the future. We aren't going to give you a release date, even though it comes out this year. Come on. Leave it out. Just leave it out. It was a partner direct. I didn't need to see that in there. And it was just I'm not gonna, because I have to bleep myself, but it was just a stupid waste of time. Like, yeah, great, it's a game that we know is coming out and that's gonna be there and it's cool, I'm gonna buy it, but you don't need to just.
I was shocked by no date.
Just to be there. Yeah, like I was waiting.
No date.
It ended, and I'm like,
it's
what?
not 20. Yeah, that is not 2025. That is 2026.
It's supposed to be.
No, it's winter.
Is it?
Yeah, it's winter. That's what they said in the direct.
Oh, all right. Well, that's
February.
That's 10 days in 2025 then. So yeah, that's.
I could see it coming out in December because I think that's when the first one came out.
We were discussing that in Discord today. Like what's, Metroid Prime 4 isn't necessarily a great holiday game, but it could come out in December. right? And that doesn't necessarily make it the holiday game. Like, I don't look at Xenoblade
It's gonna be
2
It
as
misses
the,
out because it doesn't get included in Game of the Year discussion.
it's
right.
gonna
by
be
a lot of
December
places.
31st and be like, we said it was 2025.
Save those gift cards.
I have a, I don't know if it's a hot take, but like I don't think the Switch 2 was ready to come out
Oh,
because where are the dates? Why don't we have dates for any of these games that are supposedly coming out this year? Like they should have been set in stone before the system even released.
I feel like, to kind of piggyback on that a little bit, is like the first party stuff. It's almost like they know about it. We heard some devs saying like, we didn't get dev kits until late, right?
Which is why all these games that have been out for 5, 6, 7, 8 years are coming out 3 months after the fact. It's like, why didn't you get them dev kits early enough?
Yeah, so there may be some validity to what you're saying, Johnny, because it feels like they're being a little bit reactionary, and like I said earlier too, they want third parties to do well, right? And I think I saw Johnny. I think
Well,
you tweeted.
kind
I
of.
think you tweeted about like
Nobody's gonna buy them because of
nobody's
the
gonna-
key cards,
the key cards are a factor.
and they're old, and they still cost full price. Like Persona 3 Reload's gonna be what, 2.5 years old,
And that's a game on Game Pass.
and it's full price on Switch 2, and it's a key card. Nobody's buying that game.
I think I was thinking about this today for a little bit, that like, I think as we are essentially experiencing the business side of gaming far more with Switch 2 than what we like. I think everybody was just kind of like, oh, I get my physical cart, everything's fine, like not a big deal. Now that we're kind of exposed to more of like, well, this still puts things in retail and it is a little bit cheaper. These are all business decisions.
What?
Right?
It's Nintendo's fault. Like, why are they not offering carts that are smaller? Like, Pac-Man Repacked is 5 gigs. It's on a key card
Mhm.
because they only offer 64 gigs.
But Tony Hawk can be on the Switch 1 as a...
Same with Repack. They're as a full physical.
It's because there's different size options in Switch
Yeah,
One
they have
cart.
4, 8, 16, and 32. Why couldn't they do that on the Switch 2?
I wonder if it's a speed thing similar to the Express cards. And if that, like, it's pure speculation, right? Like, I literally have no clue, but I'm wondering if...
But even games that are close to 64, like Borderlands 4, I think is 40 gigs.
Yeah.
That's a key card. Like,
Right.
why is it not on a regular 64 cartridge? How
I can
expensive are these things?
I can tell you, right? It's strictly business.
Oh, yeah, it's money.
Even if it's $10, if you sell 1 million copies of something and you can add an extra $10 per sale into your pocket, what are you doing?
Yeah, but now I wonder how much it's going to backfire for at least this year. Like this year, I doubt that they had time to change from key card to regular cart. Like these games probably are already determined to be key cards.
Well,
but
if third parties suffer, do they end up trying to move away from Game Cart and just bite the bullet, and then we get $80 games all the time on Switch?
Or does Nintendo somehow offer smaller carts for cheaper? If you give the option to the company, they're always going to go with the cheaper option. Like if game key card is there, they should have some clause that if it's under 64 gigs, it has to be on the cart and offer some sort of discount.
The thing that will
Nintendo
move the
wants you to
needle...
buy it on the eShop. That's what they want.
Yeah, I don't know if this is it could be a vocal minority thing. Like it might not be a bit as big of an issue as like a lot of people on the internet are making it out to be. Um, maybe people are buying. We don't know what the third part. We know Cyberpunk did well. We don't know what the other games did.
We heard what we heard was they did not meet expectations.
So
Yeah.
cheesy. Josh and I and you had been all physical. I've made the switch. I think I haven't bought a physical Switch 2 cart. You bought Mario Kart physical. Have you bought anything else yet for Switch? No,
Donkey
Bonanza.
Kong. Yeah,
And did you buy that physical?
Yeah.
What
Split
is
Fiction is
how are you feeling towards digital versus physical?
Sorry, say that again. You cut out.
How are you feeling with physical versus digital?
I think I was like at the end of Switch 1, if I knew like if there was a game coming out, let's take Hades for example, um, and I wanted to play it, I would just download it digitally. But when it came to like first party Nintendo games, I tried to get it physically. But I don't know. I mean, Johnny called me out on Twitter yesterday saying that I'm not going to play these games anyway. And it's like partially true. Like, I do want to play some of these games that I've never had the opportunity to play just because I've always had a Nintendo console. And now that they're on Nintendo consoles, it's like I can play them. But there is something that is stopping me from like I don't know if it's because like
because no one wants to pay $80, $70, $60, $70 for a 5, 6, 7-year-old game.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm still interested. You know, there's definitely like I know it's different, but I mentioned how I never have watched Jaws before. You know, so like there is room for me to go back and play some of these games that I've never experienced. But it is more time consuming than just watching a movie.
How will you buy Split Fiction?
But yeah, I would buy that digitally.
Yeah, it doesn't even have a cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a full game.
That's
download.
right. That's right. Okay. So that's not the best example then, because it doesn't, there's really no reason to buy an empty case. So, but let's say you were going to try Bravely Default. Would you go digital or would you buy the key card?
That one I probably would go digital. Like I said, it's not
that's what I did.
To me, it's not like first party Nintendo. Like,
what about these?
It's not. It's Square Enix.
Yeah.
What about these games that are on Switch 1 and Switch 2? Like, I think Octopath is on both. It's definitely a game key card on Switch 2, and I think it's full cart on Switch 1.
You mean
no, Octopath.
They re-release Octopath?
The new one.
Oh, the new one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Like,
but is there an upgrade? Is there an upgrade? If I buy the Switch 1 cart, do I get the upgrade? Like,
I know for like one of the
Tony Hawk, no.
Yeah, Tony Hawk you have to buy separate. Is there's an upgrade pack though?
Not for Tony Hawk. At least there wasn't that I knew of at launch. It's somebody can check me, but I don't think that is the case. I think if you want, you have to buy the Switch physical and then buy the Switch 2 version.
And that just hurts households that have kids that are still playing. Like my kids are still playing on Switch 1. They haven't. I've let them play some Mario Kart with their controllers on.
But they do away with that with the digital card because you can't. I mean, if you had it physical, not more than one person is playing at a time anyway. Yeah. So you can just move that digital card to the. Like, I feel like they've given solutions to this. It's just the collectors don't like it. Nate said just announced Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection will be fully on the cart for Switch 2. Ooh. So that's
can't be a big game. It has to be like 2 gigs.
Yeah, he literally just messaged me on Discord as well, Wario64's tweet saying that it will be the
I think Sonic Crossroads is going to be fully on the cart.
But Sonic also, they made you buy a brand new for Generations. You had to either buy a Switch 2 version or a Switch 1 version. I have the Switch 1 version.
I think it's also just been tough for me because like on Switch, we didn't get like the best experience with third party games, like performance wise. So
Yeah.
yeah, even though you would be able to get to play them, like I played Another Crab's Treasure. Oh, that was
Rough.
rough to get through. Um, it would stutter a lot. It would just freeze, soft lock, or it would just like communication error. You have to start all over. Um, so it's one of those. I don't like being the Nintendo guy that's like, oh, I've never played these games before, and now I have the opportunity to, and I probably won't play them. Like I do want to experience what everybody else is experiencing, but I just have more fun with Nintendo, and I can't, I guess, really say that until you play the other games. But there's something about them that is like I just like the charm. I like the stories, the colorful worlds that you go into, like the creative writing, characters. Like it's just fun for me, and I don't know. I
It's
guess
nostalgia that you
it
don't
is.
have
I
for
mean, it is.
those other
Yeah,
games,
yeah.
right? Like, and that's, but, and you just described the majority of Nintendo's fan base. And so, like, we're going to see how this plays out, but they're like, they want people buying, they want third parties filling the void between releases,
I'm
right?
so
There's,
excited for Madden to be on Nintendo again.
me too.
Please buy Madden. At least if you buy anything, please buy Madden. Next year we'll get the stupid Legacy Edition. Yeah,
Right.
because that's the thing. Like, if people aren't buying these games, if they're not going to buy these games, we're not going to get these games. We're not going to. Third parties are going to stop supporting it, and that sucks.
Right. Yeah, but you have you what Cheesy just described as a lot of the fan base, and it's not. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like like time is your most valuable resource, and you know, if you have very little of it because of life, work, family, all that kind of stuff, why would you waste time going and playing what you don't enjoy as much as what you do enjoy?
But I
But
don't
what's
like to
gonna
have I don't like to have that mentality just because I played Live Alive. You know, that was a game I never thought that I would play, but I heard just word of mouth, and it was great. And then I got to play Katamari Damacy, and that was like a game trial, and I beat that within the game trial, and that was a lot of fun. So you know, when people say like, "Oh, video games aren't as good as what they used to be," well, you just need to play more games, and I think that goes for me as well. Like, you got to get out of your bubble to experience different things that you haven't before. But it's also okay to like what you know that you already like. You know, you go to a restaurant, you order the same thing because you know you're going to enjoy it. But sometimes, like, it could be good of you to try something new.
Yeah. You got to play some Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Give some Elden Ring. Where the heck was Elden Ring today?
Yeah,
And
I don't know why that.
Hades.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, Hades, what happened?
I
Like,
mean,
Silk
wouldn't we have been
Song.
screaming at Elden Ring if it had shown up just like Hyrule Warriors did?
they would have given us a date. I think.
It has to be this year, because isn't that update coming to the other platforms this year?
sorry,
Hard.
that comment made me laugh so much.
It's got to be this
That's
year.
what I order at Olive Garden.
I went to Olive Garden for the first
Tour
time
of
in like
Italy.
10 years.
The tour of Italy, baby.
Yeah, there was no Claire Obscure. Where is that game?
Yep.
Do you think that we will get a proper direct like a week, 2 weeks from now? Because it seems like when there has been a
I
partner
don't know if it's
direct,
that soon.
they usually follow up with.
We're gonna get a Nintendo app direct, and you're gonna like it.
I mean, I did like when they announced Raiders on it. So
Okay. For the sake of talking about the direct, what did you guys like? And I'll kick it off. Like, I loved seeing Madden, of course, which again, it's silly. I have an Xbox, I have a PC now. I could play a better version of it, but I'm a sucker for playing games on my Nintendo, right? Like Street Fighter 6, having it on Nintendo, it just feels right. Okay, as silly as that might sound, but I enjoy it. I I'm really enjoying having games on the Switch too. I didn't even know that there was, the Switch. I was playing the Switch version of Ninja Gaiden, that it was 30 frames instead of 60. Like, I don't think it would have changed my mind, especially after just playing the NES version of like, that's where I want it in that, I want it on that system, right? So I'm fine with that. But Madden's big. I think Monster Hunter Stories 3 looks like the most intriguing Monster Hunter Stories game yet. It doesn't look like you're playing as little kids. It doesn't seem like it's a Pokemon like style game like the other
Did they show
ones.
the battle system? I don't remember.
They didn't, but it just looked more mature. Everything about it looked more mature. It looked more like a Fire Emblem game or a Xenoblade game, and so I don't know how it's going to play out. But it's piqued my curiosity, to say the least. Was it the Monster Hunter game I was hoping for? No, but apparently Wilds doesn't even run well on current
It's not
gens.
selling
so-
great either, apparently.
When they canceled
Yeah.
a sequel for, oh, sorry, you're talking Monster Hunter, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
Outlaw, the
Star Wars.
Star Wars Outlaws, they canceled.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So I'm curious about the Chronos game. Like, it looked very Dead Space, but again, I don't think it showed well. Like, I think
Was that
it
exclusive or not?
No.
no, I heard it's from like the old like some old Silent Hill developers, like Silent
Yeah,
Hill
it's
2.
supposedly a mix between Silent Hill and Dead Space.
Okay, so I mean that, like, but I'm also, it's one of those games that it's like, is this too obscure for anybody to care about in modern gaming, right? Like, it looks like it would have been great 15 years ago when Dead Space was like kind of the thing, And if you've played through Dead Space, is there any reason to play this game? Like, it looked like it had some kind of, maybe some cool gameplay loops and mechanics and whatnot, but I just wasn't completely sold on it. Like, I want to know more, So I love this, like the Elliot, the 2D HD 2D stuff. I love the look. I love the fact that, like, what is it? Octopath still going strong. Like, that's great. Persona games don't really do much for me, but who knows? Like, it could be something just like I got pulled in with Xenoblade, could be something that that pulls me in. The soccer game, FIFA, not doing anything for me. That weird basketball like baby game was just kind of super strange too.
That
Like,
looked a little interesting. It like was mascots. It looked NBA Jam esque, but
yeah, I think it's the same because
but really slow.
there have been NBA Jam. I don't know if they're called NBA Jam games, but there are those style games on the Switch. Yeah, I forget what it's called, but yeah, I think it's the same. Like, it's the new iteration of it, but instead of players, it's mascots. So that should be fun.
Yeah, it just looked a little bit slow. Like, I'm like, it didn't like really pull me in, right? And so but seeing Shinobi, the sizzle reel, that kind of stuff, like, I'm still like, we just did Shinobi as game of the week. Like, I'm picking that one up regardless, because I want to see how, like, I want to play it for myself. Like, that's one I'll pull the trigger on no matter what. But I'm just a little iffy. I think the art style is more hand drawn than that like flash looking stuff. So I think it's I think I'm going to be good to go there. But I mean, outside of that, there wasn't like, I don't feel like there was like a big surprise that I was like, yo, I'm really excited for this particular thing. My expectations.
Like, Square Enix is doing a great job, but like, everyone wants Chrono Trigger. How have they not done that yet?
Well, apparently, like, I
do
leaked
think
it at a bar, like, but we haven't seen anything yet.
I do think the Elliot game is going to be fantastic, and
I have the
like,
demo
I'm okay. I'm okay with not always having remakes in that art style, because it's always like Dragon Quest, and
Right.
so you have Octopath, but that's like the original IP, but then everything else has been like remakes in HD 2D, like Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy Tactics, I think is in that style. Well, I guess there's Triangle Strategy, but Live Alive was also a remake. Like that art style has mostly been for remakes.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see another new IP, and I played it. It feels really good.
They need to give that team Zelda. And I don't mean like a Link to the Past remake. That'd be fine after the fact. But let them do a new Zelda game in HD 2D. Like,
I think Pokemon works really
Yeah,
well.
Pokemon would be cool too.
Pokemon would be fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, my expectations, I literally like if I could have like clearly laid out exactly what I thought today's direct would be, it would be what we saw. Like I had very low expectations that there was going to be something that like I was like over the moon excited about. And it would just be like, okay, there's some cool stuff. I was honestly surprised at how many dates we got. Like September's pretty full. August is pretty full. Like because of those dates, it's making me go, yeah, what? Like they're just shuffling everything around because if they put too much stuff out, then stuff gets overshadowed.
And their partners get upset because they can't sell anything.
And we've already seen some like wrestling, I think, is actually pretty decent this time around. From what I'm seeing, Tony Hawk was great. Like there's a drip feed of games, of third-party games already hitting Switch 2.
Yeah, I think the notion that like those annual releases like WWE and even Football Club, like they're fully featured now. They're not going to be missing any features that the other platforms have. So, I mean, FIFA or Football Club must sell decently well on the Switch because they release it every year.
I mean, globally. I mean, it sells a whole lot better than Madden.
Yeah. So I like overall, like I wasn't like disappointed because I kind of just figured this is what like we're in uncharted territory. We're in healthy Nintendo land with the ability for third parties to shine. This is uncharted waters. This is GameCube, like Super Nintendo era. Like we haven't seen this in years.
Well, were they the third parties you were hoping for? Because like I think to get a partner direct and say like, yeah, it was okay, is kind of weird after like we just got a new console. Like this should be hype. Like if these third parties and Nintendo's focusing on third parties, like that should have been a pretty big direct if it's not going to be a regular direct.
I don't disagree with you. I don't know what third parties are out there right now. It seems like
where was Xbox? Where was even Sony? Because they said they might be doing stuff.
Well, I think that's early phase for Sony. I think they're like literally hiring to start getting their portfolio out there. So I think it could be a year or two before we start seeing more from them.
And
but like, where's Call of Duty? Why is Call of Duty not here? What are you doing?
Well, and Apex is coming to.
It's getting an update. One? It's gonna an update. Yeah. So it was on the Switch One. It's gonna switch to update.
How after how many years when they've been saying they're gonna do it have parity across like all of your accounts, which I don't think they still have, right?
Yeah, no.
Like I don't think my PC account is the same as my Xbox account, and they said they were gonna merge them.
They might have done that. I haven't played Apex in a long time.
It's been a minute for me too.
But how is that not like anything you've unlocked in your previous iteration? Like, how do they not have that ready for Switch?
Cryptic's right though. Like Marvel Rivals, I think would be pretty big on Switch.
Yeah.
Well, all those like free to play games, or the ones that are on Switch One, should have a Switch 2 update. I don't know why they don't. Like Fortnite does. And now Apex.
But apparently Fortnite is broken right now. It's not tracking any of your stats on Switch 2 and Switch 1.
It's probably better for me.
But to go back to Cheesy's question about like, shouldn't we be hyped? I don't disagree. But it's the landscape of gaming right now. Like there's there's not a lot coming out, and what is coming out is remakes or what we're used to. Madden, Call of Duty, yes, Call of Duty probably should have been announced already for Switch if it's ready. Like, it could be that Microsoft's just not ready to
We're
get
getting
their
Call of Duty 3 not remastered. It's just going to be the 360 version or
yeah.
the Xbox version.
Yeah, the Treyarch Call of Duty 3 that was not very good. So because of that, like, because right now everything feels a bit like a cash grab, right? It feels like this is another opportunity for my game, right? This is like publishers are looking at another, Elden Ring has a new audience to grab, right? Tony Hawk has more of an audience to grab. Like, there's and so everything is safe right now. We also don't have the install base for the Switch 2 for third parties to be like, hey, I'm really gung-ho about this. Like, they want to make sure stuff's going to sell. They're also looking at a market that's like, everything's more expensive now. Games are $20 more than they used to be. The system's more expensive. I walked into Target and I saw 6 Switch 2 bundles sitting on the shelf.
I saw one the other day when I was there.
And so, like, we don't even know how the Switch 2 is doing after the initial run, right? So I think some third parties are probably, like, not dipping their toes in the water just yet. But on top of it, looking at all of the dates and everything, where do they put their games right now? There's just so many questions, and people don't want to get burned because they don't want to upset investors, because this is very much a business. So I would have loved it if we hadn't learned about Dust Bloods until today, and then that was like, there was a bit more of a deep dive on that, then like, yeah, that's super, super exciting. If Team Ninja had come out and said, hey, we're doing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 4, today would have been, we would have been having a completely different conversation, because Switch 2, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 4, like, amazing. Like, that would have been
Or even
phenomenal.
like Rabbids. Like, we had Mario plus Rabbids. Like,
Yep.
a game that's, I don't know why they don't license their IP anymore. Like, Cadence of Hyrule was really cool. Like,
Starlink.
Yeah, Starlink didn't do as well, but it still was cool to see.
probably
another
did well on the
developer-
Switch because
That's where it sold
Star
the best.
Fox stuff.
It's where it sold
Yeah.
the best for that franchise.
Yeah, I think
The
year,
Xbox and PlayStation versions of that were like $5 in the bargain bin afterwards.
I think a year from now, it's going to be like, we're not going to care about this stuff. Like, I think we're going to be in a different position. We'll have a year of Nintendo releases under our belt. It just feels like, I don't know, it feels like a slog right now. And maybe the Switch 1 was the same way. You had Breath of the Wild, and then you had to wait a month for Mario Kart. And then you had to wait another month for ARMS, I think. Or
ARMS, Splatoon 2, like,
and Rabbids.
But there were also some, if I remember correct, there were some pretty killer indie games sprinkled in throughout, like, but that was Nintendo on their heels.
Is Hades supposed to come out this year?
Yes.
Where was that?
It's close. It has to be close, because they're like, they released a statement. They're like, here's a patch like before our 1.0. So like 1.0 is close.
And they lost the lure with Silk Song, because Xbox stole that pretty much.
I still don't think that game's real. I don't think it's even a real game. It's not actually coming out this year.
Don't say that.
I'm at the point that I'm like, I don't even care. Like, I don't even care. Like, the game doesn't exist. It's fake. It's all fake.
I think that's also part of like how people are feeling, is like, if games are taking so long, then it's like, I don't really care about this game anymore. And don't get me wrong, I think it takes time to make a game. I don't know what it's like to make a game. I get that developers are in crunch right now, but also if you're announcing a game in like back in 2024 and then they're saying, "Oh, it's actually coming out in 2027." It's just, why did you announce it in the first place? Now you have people that are disappointed that you
Why
can't
did I buy a
go.
Switch day one and I wanted Dust
What-
Bloods?
Why'd I
Whenever
buy
I
a
s-
Switch day one and I wanted Steep?
Yeah.
That's what I bought the Switch 1 for. I want to play some Steep.
Anthem
I mean-
before it shuts down.
Like, I'm trying to look at like the Game Awards right now, and not that the Game Awards are the all you know, thing for games. Like, it's just a advertisement show. But like right now, what do they show? What do they nominate?
Oh my god, you are the most
Obscure-
Nintendo fanboy ever.
Well, no, but like,
Because you have Claire Obscure,
Yeah,
you have Split Fiction, you have Kingdom Come Deliverance, you
The
have
Ghost of
Monster
Yochai coming
Hunter,
out here pretty
you
soon.
have like there's so much stuff that came out this year. Play other games.
I hate it when dad and dad fight.
Like that is a Nintendo fanboy take. Like there's so many other games.
you guys
So-
make it sound like there's not.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
I was trying to like agree with you guys, and now I'm being.
I mean,
told
I
to the
don't. I
wolves.
think I think this year's been a good year.
That is not what has been said in this episode tonight.
I didn't say
It's
that.
saying that you were saying that it's a slog.
The Switch 2 is a
The
slog.
Switch. Yeah.
Like the
But I
Switch 2
think
should get Monster Hunter. It should get Doom the Dark Ages. It should get Claire Obscure. Like Liza P. Like where are all these games at?
Put Halo multiplayer on this and you'll add a
Gears
ton
of
new-
War should be on Switch 2. What are you doing? Yeah, if you only have a Switch, it kind of sucks. But
I don't
it's
know.
not to
like,
say every game that came out this year is bad.
and
Joey's getting what he paid for.
I guess I'm
Yeah, but-
different when it comes to just Nintendo games because I don't care. Like if like I play Donkey Kong, now I'm just waiting for the next thing. Like I'm not complaining that I have to wait for the next game. Like for me, that's fun. That's how I
That's
know.
not no.
But like
it doesn't work.
it allows me to take a break from playing my Switch, I guess,
And watch
then
Jaws.
just waiting for the next thing. Yeah, do something different.
You
I
could
built-
play
I built
third party
Lego.
games. You know, you could play some third party games that are on Switch.
Yeah,
But you
could.
could
To find
play
out the ones
Maneater
that are good.
handheld.
I play my Switch 2 every day. I'm just saying there should be more releases at this point. We're 2 months in. There should have been more at launch.
And I think this goes back to my point early on that like if you have been in the Nintendo ecosystem for a good period of time, you're looking at everything going, what? And you've also been in the Xbox or PlayStation, you're like, there's nothing here. But if you are Nintendo only, then you have like you're eating well. Even the Direct today, you're eating well. And
Especially
think
if you like Yakuza games. I love
Right.
Yakuza. There's so many to choose from.
yeah, I'm lost on how many there are. But I think to Cheesy's point, like I don't feel like I know like the gaming community as a whole is pretty stoked about that Expedition 33, but like I've not seen anything that I'm like I need to rush out and play it. Like it hasn't pulled me in, you know. And I think
It's free on
there are
Game
those
Pass.
there are those moments though in gaming where like, you know, remember Helldivers was like everybody was talking about it and I was like that you know, I'm kind of excited to see
That should
that's
be on
making its
Switch
way
too.
to it. Yeah, for sure. I mentioned it I think yesterday as a part of the predictions. Like I would love to see, you know, let them really lean into the Switch faction, the Xbox faction, the PlayStation faction, and the PC faction, and do something to make that kind of fun. but it like remember when like Celeste came out or Golf Story, like there's
Golf Story was super early, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was
but
the
it
same year.
it was those games that like had like they kind of carried a little bit, and they weren't necessarily just Switch exclusives, but everybody was stoked about it. Like the gaming community as a whole was stoked about it. And I mean, this is all like this is literally like my perspective, right? Like my like just because like Expedition 33 didn't pull me in doesn't mean that the gaming community as a whole, I just don't feel like I'm seeing some people very, very excited about it, but I like it doesn't seem to pull like or have as much conversation as like Helldivers did or like Celeste or that kind of stuff. Like there was just some of these special moments. I don't think we have that right now. And I think that's at the end of the day what kind of like it kind of keeps us all separate. Like I'm having fun with Mario Kart, Cheesy's having fun with Splatoon, you know, we've had fun with Donkey Kong, but like the crazy thing with Donkey Kong is it was so good and so much fun, but you also don't want to talk about it too much online because you don't want to spoil things for people that haven't got to experience it yet because it's on a brand new console that not everybody has. And so
It's not even a month old yet.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
well, I think Mario Kart needs updates and more people will talk about it. Like they should have had a Donkey Kong update.
Yep. Yeah, Nate said made a great point too. He says, remember, you know, the launch games for Switch 1 were Wii U games. Mario Kart, Zelda, potentially Odyssey, right? Because there was no 3D, I mean, outside of 3D World. So that's that's a factor too. They were selling remakes like crazy. And we don't want just that, right? But then they also like they had a huge opportunity with Mario Party to do more boards, more mini games.
Oh yeah.
And then they charged $20 for 17.
They fumbled.
17 mini games that like you have to have a camera and you have to play it with a mouse, like,
and you can't play online.
Yeah. It's just, it seems like a huge like make that a free update and let me spend $20 on like 4 new boards and like 50 new mini games, you know, like traditional Mario Party stuff. That would have been, we would have been talking about that. We would have been playing that. They didn't even do a Switch 2 upgrade to the base game. It's just
I feel like
Switch
they need
1
to demo some of this stuff too.
I don't know why. I don't know what they were thinking with Mario Party. Was it just to get it on?
Hey, we have a successful
Switch
Mario
early?
Party. How can we make this crappy like the other ones that we've had?
It's to sell cameras.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I paid for it just because, you know, I'm a shill.
Right, you're licking those boots.
You have all those peripherals too.
And I do have. I haven't used a peripheral. I haven't used the camera one. I just got the campfire game because I want to check that out. Honestly,
that was
fun.
Well, we are almost.
Was that one?
I think it's 15.
15.
What?
Yeah.
To build campfires
with the camera on.
Hey, you can have conversations around the campfire in the snow.
I've not used. Have you guys used game chat like since the first week?
No. I didn't even set up my phone number with it.
I have the Piranha Plant camera looking at me right here. It's closed. Its mouth is closed, and I have yet to use it.
If the Nintendo, I know we're like 2 hours in, but if the Nintendo Switch 2 somehow is successful, I will. I don't know. It's like it's working against itself, and if it somehow does turn out to be like one of the most successful systems, that's baffling because all the decisions that they are making right now are just dumb. Like they spent so much time promoting this game chat feature that nobody uses. They have third-party games that aren't on the cartridge that everybody hates. They have no 3D Mario. Like terrible decisions.
Mario Kart that you can't race 3 laps on.
Yeah, Mario Kart can't race 3 laps on.
Oh,
It
and the
would be-
misinformation on that, the amount of YouTube videos that they said, oh, Mario Kart's been updated and fixed. No, like I raced 3 races. I had 1 3-lap race show up in those three races. And I think those were good odds. I don't think it's even 1 in 3 based on what I've been seeing.
I'm interested to see what they show off at PAX here in a month. I really am.
It's gonna be Dragon.
It's probably going to be
Drive.
all crap that's already out. Unfortunately.
Metroid
Didn't they
Prime
say they were
4.
Weren't they bring in Elden Ring and something else? It might have been the PAX. I don't remember.
I mean,
Or Gamescom. It might be Gamescom.
Last year there were 4 games on the floor. There was Echoes of Wisdom, Mario Party, which were the 2 new ones.
Star Wars Hunters.
Star Wars Hunters, which is now a dead game.
It's
Rest
dead
in
game.
peace.
And then
It was a good
actually the
game.
most fun I've had playing NES Championship was with like 8 people standing there, which was interesting, but it was a game that was already out. So
I still have faith that Mario's 40th is gonna be something.
hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 years ago, Mario Odyssey was announced to be playable at Nintendo Live the morning that Nintendo Live opened.
I mean, Wonder, right? Did you say
What did I say?
Odyssey,
said
maybe?
Odyssey.
I don't know.
Odyssey. Yeah, Mario Wonder. And so maybe Metroid Prime gets announced like, hey, demo available at PAX. I don't know.
Well, they had they already had a playable demo. So like,
yeah, all the experiences
True.
had
The experiences,
demos. So
yeah. So maybe some of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then who knows? Maybe Air Riders behind closed doors, or
I forgot
Yeah.
about that game. It's supposed to come out
Yes.
this year.
maybe.
We need to reach out and see if we can't get a meeting.
Maybe. So we'll have to wait and see. But seriously, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Almost 2 hours tonight. We're slowly turning into the other Nintendo podcast. But I feel like we didn't get to chat last week, so we had to squeeze it all into one. So shout out to Fantastic Four and me being ill. I was in bad shape last week with a fever and everything else. So very glad to be back and hanging out. So you guys are all amazing, and we will see you in the next one. Bye now.